guys, welcome back to Bookish. My name is Olivia, and today I have 3 very special guests with me. They're all in my book club, my core committee. If you guys want to introduce yourselves and a book that you're reading or like your favorite thing right now. For me, our book club book is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I'm about 100 pages in, which is like we're supposed to be like almost finished with it, but it's coming along. But what about you guys?
So I'm currently reading the 4th book I'm Erin. Hi. Thank you. I'm currently reading the 4th book in the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series, this is a Japanese name, so I gotta look it up. Toshikazu Kawaguchi, and I'm so sorry if I butchered that, but it's really good.
My name is Jolisa, and I feel like I always say this, but my favorite book is Normal People by Sally Rooney.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good book. We also read that in our book club.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. I'm Addie. I'm returning.
Two-time returnee.
Whoop, whoop. And right now I'm reading How to Fall Out of Love Madly by Jana Casal. I don't know how you say this.
Oh, I didn't know you were reading that.
But
is that romance? Or is it like self-help?
It is not self-help. It's about... I started it and then I put it down because I've been wanting to read it forever because the cover is just so appealing to me. That's honestly why I picked it. But it's about, I think, 2 to 3 young women that are, entering into relationships or just exiting relationships. And it's kind of about, how to be single.
Is it nonfiction?
No.
Oh,
it's fiction. It's kind of, it was, so I picked it up. Never mind, that's too much information, but yeah.
Okay. Well, today our topic is we're going to talk about and rank/discuss popular BookTok books. So I know a lot of us have all kind of read different things. We all have different tastes and things that we like, but I feel like not all of us will probably have read all of these, but I kind of wanted to go through and be like, what's your ranking? Like, what is your opinion on popular books? So I'll start with one, and then we can just kind of each go around and talk about one. But I want to start with The Cruel Prince. Have you guys read that?
Yes.
Have you read that?
Erin and I love that book.
It's such a
the
good
whole series.
I think I was talking with... Who was I with? I forget who I was... Oh, it was just the last person. Was it you? Talking about Carden? Mm-hmm. I think it was you. We're like, he has a tail.
Oh, yeah.
I also did that for our, presentation night.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I said that he had a tail.
Talk about our PowerPoint night.
Oh, our PowerPoint night, it was so fun. We all made, bookish, presentations, but mine was, ranking my book boyfriends. And I put that Carden had a tail, but he was still a 10 out of 10.
As a plus.
As a plus.
I made a TikTok our book club made a TikTok about it, and one of the authors, Hannah Grace of Icebreaker, she commented on it, and we didn't tag her anything, she just saw it. So that's how far the club has reached, if you want to know.
Accomplishment.
At Bookmarked. At IU, I think. Okay. But The Cruel Prince, I think I read it, in 2020, so 4 years ago. So do I remember very much of it? Probably not, but I just kind of thought it was a really popular one to talk about. I feel like it's very kind of high whimsical fantasy that we haven't seen in other ones, but I don't know. Did you think that you rated it?
Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay, I'll go first. I rated it I think I rated it a 5 out of 5. I really liked it. It was my first fantasy book, and it was kind of gory for me, but I got used to it pretty quick. It was my first fantasy book.
Okay.
Yeah, but I really liked it. How about you guys?
You said you didn't finish it, so...
The last thing I remember reading was, this ball scene. I think it's, when she first sees him.
Oh.
And that's the first mentions... No.
They crawl under the table?
Yeah, but I also remember something with the river, and he was,
Oh, we pushed her in the river.
Drowning her in the river or something.
Yeah.
Crazy. But I don't even... I think I just, stopped reading it because, I don't know. I think... Because I think it was also, my first fantasy book. And I don't know. But I've been wanting to, pick it up again.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone says that it's really good. and
You should pick
I
it
can,
up.
I can see past the tail.
It's the tail for you.
I feel like subconsciously it's what it is, but I don't want to like admit it out loud.
In the next book, his name is it's Stolen Air, and he
it's not as good.
I like the Cruel Prince better.
Okay, good.
But he has hooves in it. I'm like, how am I supposed to root for that?
Because that one I really could not get over.
I can't get over
brother.
it. I can't get over it. And also, I'm like 21 now, and like these characters are. He's like 16 or 17. Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
That
wanna
was such a
speak for you.
mistake on Holly Black's part because she gained an audience from The Cruel Prince, and we were, I think, about their age. Like, when
4
it came
years
out.
later.
And it's 4 years
5.
later, and she makes her characters the same age, if not younger, which is not how you should do it. You should age your characters with your audience.
Yeah, but then I think Jude and Carter would be like 35, and people like it's such
They
a
were
weird
barely
world.
in it anyways.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so what was your?
in the Cruel Prince?
Oh.
That was like
She's a teenager too.
Yeah, I think they're like 16, 17.
But Oak is a baby child in there, so when he ages up. Well, I don't actually know their real ages, but what were you gonna say about Cruel Prince? What was your rating?
I was talking about like crossovers,
Mhm.
which I was gonna ask if everyone's read the latest Crescent City book.
Yeah, I have, but I don't think you guys have. You haven't read any Throne of Glass? I want to do a
haven't.
Crescent City spoiler chat, but like nobody's
know.
read it except for me because it's too
I
dense.
finished it's. Yeah, I have.
We can't talk
words.
about it. We can't talk.
I feel like my whole not beef, but like my whole like problem with like the Sarah J. Maas universe is just that it's really dense and there's like a lot, and it's so daunting to kind of like dip your toes into. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I read her books in 2020 when I was first getting into reading, so it's like I could read anything. It seemed like, and everything was amazing. And then now I'm like, well, okay, I talk about Shatter Me every single time, but like, you've read it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
we gotta
cannot get through
we gotta
it.
talk about it then.
Olivia,
Okay.
I read the
the
first
first
three ones
book.
and the little like mini books too.
I read all of them.
I need a little like break before I went on, but I read like the first like arc.
Jack has got to be so sick of me talking about Shatter Me because I kid you not, it is the one I've consistently brought up every single time.
It's
But
so good.
it's okay, good. We'll talk about that next.
We've
But
got a hater in our midst too.
Okay,
I
wait,
couldn't
what do you-
finish it either.
I feel like because I read Shattered Me not too long ago, and my biggest critique about it was Juliet's character. She's honestly so annoying, but there's like a lot of redeeming qualities about like the series as a whole. And the whole thing with the selection, I just don't think there's anything except
so
Maxon.
annoying.
Prince Maxon is the only
Oh,
good part about it, and
gold.
that's it.
No, he's one of like the blonde boy trifecta, or it's like what's for the word for four, but it's like quadfecta.
What?
Quadfecta.
It's
The
Maxon,
word for
PETA,
four.
Aaron Warner, and Jax from Caraval. That's like the blonde boy quadfecta, I think, for me. And then everyone else can be damned. Like, I don't care about the other blonde.
Can I
So
just
Alex Bennett, too.
Can I
but-
just say, random side note? Do you know how long it took me to realize that PETA's name, with it's like a pita bread. It took me so long to realize that.
It's kind of on the nose.
Jack just realized it too.
That's an existential craze. I feel like I didn't know that
I
either,
didn't know that
actually.
either.
But I like
It
didn't
never
think of-
connected.
It's just so on the nose, but it's funny. Same with Katniss. Okay, yeah, but you were gonna say something about
Shatter Me.
Shatter Me?
I'm a hater.
Yeah.
She's too much of a pick me for me. I stopped after the first book. I
Yeah.
couldn't read the rest of the series.
I feel like stopping the series because of Juliet, valid, but I feel like we should push through.
You gotta make it to book 3 for Warner.
Yes,
then after
yes,
that,
yes,
it's
yes,
fine.
yes,
I
yes.
will
So
say
you
for
guys
Warner
Where?
doesn't come in until
Where?
book 3.
No,
No,
he
no, no,
reaches
no.
his peak at book 3.
Oh.
It's like a slow burn thing.
No, he's like,
I
no,
hate slow
is it really
burn.
slow though?
Oh.
Because he's obsessed with her in the first book.
Yeah, but like it's not reciprocated.
Right, and that's why it's okay. Oh, please read it. Oh, please. This is the one thing I'll tell you to
No.
do. Just listen to me.
I read it. I read it like last year, like 2022, like winter break. I remember reading it and I was like, ugh, I need to get through this. I was like almost 19 years old and I was like, ugh, like this is kind of insufferable to me. So like I just can't like finish it now because like one, I don't remember, and two, like I'm already too grown up for that.
But I love Tahara Mafi because she is married to Ransom Riggs, who's the author of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. And they have a little kid together, and I'm like, oh,
You know, one of my favorite genres to read or like watch is series or whatever that feature like editors and authors like having a romance. Like that's something
cute.
I've really
Book
been on
lovers?
recently. Yes, I don't know why. I'm just reading about my dream, but
Yeah. A lot of someone said this, I forget who, but like, a lot of authors will make their main character love to read and stuff because it's just like them
yeah.
self-inserting.
We
Which
can all
is
see
true.
ourselves in them because we're like, oh, they like to read.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't really matter because we're
Emily
like,
Henry did that with like 3 of her books.
yeah, she's the first one. She's an author, then she's like an editor, and then she's like a travel blogger writer in one. People meet on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
But I eat it up every time. I mean, Emily Henry, she's just so good.
I haven't read her most recent one, actually.
Which one? Happy Place?
Yeah, I haven't read it.
I haven't read it yet. I got it for my birthday in paperback because it finally came out in paperback. So I was like, yep.
Something I also want to talk about is we all for our book club read Assistant to the Villain.
Did we?
No, okay, so these people here never read the books.
Because we're too busy being
And
executive
committee
board
members. The general population of our book club is so dedicated, and then the rest of us are just like, it's me too, though. I'm like, I didn't read it on time. But I always finish it. But one time,
At least, that makes one of us.
wait, one time Addie said she was like, I don't think I've ever heard Jolie talk about a book club book.
No, I haven't
Talking
about
about it. And I'm like, wait, I've never heard her talk about a book that we're
I
reading.
swear I have.
One time you told me you were like, yeah, I don't really like to read.
I never said that.
Bro, what?
You're
Outing
kidding
out of
me.
the club. I am vetoing your position right now.
I never said that. And can I just say, I'm a busy gal. And like any free time that I have, I spend it in my bed rotting, on my phone doing nothing. That's just what I want to do because, I don't know, there's just so much going on. But I feel like I've been in a reading slump my entire college career.
Really?
But yeah.
It's after Shadow Me. It does it too. Well, I will say that Jolisa was one of the original members in our club.
I read a lot freshman year because I had nothing to do.
Jolisa, me, Anastasia, a couple other people who dropped off. I don't know what happened to them. They're ghosts now. But, like, we were, like, they came to every meeting.
I'm reading the one that One Dark Window. I'm reading it.
Oh, yeah?
I'm
What do
on
you think
page
so far?
18. I started it today, but I'm getting through it.
It's okay.
I like the writing a lot. I feel like it's, I don't know, I think it's like I like the world building that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little slow, but
It's
I feel
heavy on the world building.
I feel like it's introduced a lot of stuff that like he makes me curious and like, you know, encourages me to like read more and stuff.
Another book that we read was Divine Rivals at the very beginning of the year. That was our first book this year. What are your thoughts on that? You liked it?
I really liked it. I'm currently reading the second book.
Oh, yeah?
Alexandra let me borrow her Kindle, so I'm like 30 pages in because I literally just started last night. But I really liked. I'm a big fan of like not like not romance being like romance being like the subplot and like the whole plot of the book is like they're connected through these letters, and I love all those little connections. So like I ate that up. Like it was so good. I don't remember what I rated it though. I'll have to check my Goodreads.
You didn't read it, either of you?
I did not finish it.
Another day.
Next question.
Did you guys have any other books you wanted to talk about?
Like from like the booktok list. Yes.
Go ahead.
7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. We read it.
Oh, that's right.
It was one of our books.
We
that
read
had
it
to
for the
read.
club. Okay, so when our first semester started in the club, I really wanted everyone to like everything, so I gave people like 3 options of books to read, which is just not the way to run a book club. But Invisible Life of Addie LaRue was one, 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo was one, and then like something else was one that nobody read.
I thought it was just the 2 of those.
No, there was a third one, and nobody read it.
I forgot we used to do
believe.
book club that way.
Maybe you're wrong.
what's the word? What's the word when you say something that's like controversial
Nice.
opinion, controversial take.
Yeah. hot
But
take.
I think that having like the two options, or maybe three is too much, but I feel like having like the two options,
You like
kind of a good idea.
it's just hard because I want to like build a community. I
Right.
feel like I want everyone to like the same things, and then I always found that it was like there was one thing, it was like one person had picked one book and then everybody else had picked this other one, and so then it was like kind of hard to gauge that. But I feel like I'm like, well, we can just read that second one next time. I do see I like did see a merit in it because I just wanted everyone to like have something that they liked. But then it kind of doesn't work with buying books, and it gets really kind of complicated. So, but
You
I
know
don't know.
what really put me in a reading slump?
Mm.
When we had to read A Spindle Splinter.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, that was at the beginning
That was
of.
horrific.
I remember.
I
like,
hate
Personally,
read
that was our
that.
worst book.
It wasn't. It was a really short read. What did you? Okay, you tell me what you think.
Like 2 stars.
Really?
I think Anastasia like loved it. And I was like, girl.
Oh, we need to get Anastasia on here, but
We need to get
stars?
Anastasia to actually rate all of these books that we have. Because I guarantee she's gonna hate like all of them. I know she hated the Inheritance Games.
she hated it.
She hated it. She gave it 2
She didn't
stars.
tell me that. Whatever. I love the Inheritance Games.
So you're about to say
really
you
good.
loved A Spindle Splinter.
I read that in like one sitting, and I remember because it was I think a cold night on December. My Goodreads goal was impending, and so I was like, "Ooh, I read." If you look at my Goodreads in December, it's like all 100% manga or like short stories I find on Kindle Unlimited. It's like Kindle Unlimited 20-page short story, and I'm like,
I didn't know you read manga.
in December when my Goodreads goal is
That's
impending.
the only time.
I've tried to some. It's hard for me to get into sometimes. Like, I haven't found one that I really, really like. But I also haven't read a lot of the popular ones, so... But my sisters love it, and they love anime, too. I've tried anime so many times. I don't think I can like... I've tried it so many times, and
Anime.
Addie once...
You can say it.
Addie once, there was this guy she liked who liked anime, and so she just started watching a bunch of it so she could talk about it with
Not
I don't know
worth
what happened.
it.
I don't know what
What did
happened
you
with
watch?
Attack on Titan
Oh, but that one's
or
actually good.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, did you watch
Chainsaw Man.
Haiku? The volleyball one?
Have you
Oh,
seen
yeah.
any Studio Ghibli?
Oh yes, no, I love Howl's Moving Castle. That's the one I love.
Like,
I
House
love.
Moving
The
Castle.
peak anime. You have
I
to
also
watch.
that got
I love-
I watched it on a date.
You like
and-
Spirited Away?
It ended
I
up
have a lot to say
not
about
going
it.
well, so
It's
now
crazy.
I was like,
So you don't. Oh no.
I know.
Nothing ever
Watch it
happened.
on your own though. It's amazing. Like any Studio Ghibli.
I have a Letterboxd as a film.
I love Letterboxd.
You know, follow me on Letterboxd.
Yes!
Wait,
I love
you have
Letterboxd.
one?
Yes.
I haven't
Of
posted
course
on
I have
it in
one.
eons.
Let me. I have. So I've only
Sorry.
seen. I've only seen 12 Studio Ghibli movies, but
Only
I.
12.
I say Ghibli.
Yeah.
Is it Ghibli?
I will. I say Ghibli, but
Studio
Jack said
G.
Ghibli, and then it made me feel weird because
It's like
Technically
GIF and
Ghibli,
GIF.
I say Ghibli.
I
but-
swear I watched a video of the creator of it. He said Ghibli.
okay, what Ghibli it is.
I could be making that up. But, sorry. go ahead.
My number one, Whisper of the Heart. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's really
Which one?
cute. Whisper of the Heart.
Oh,
It's about this girl. She checks out these books at the library, and she sees that all of them have been checked out by the same person, and she like eventually finds him, and then they and then she wants to be like a writer and stuff, and he wants to do like something with music, and they basically encourage each other to like pursue their dreams and stuff, and then
Aw.
they go their separate ways, but like find each other. It's like, really cute.
Why is that my dream?
Yeah.
But
recommend
have you read seen Princess Mononoke?
No, I haven't, but I know that if I do, it would probably be number 2.
You think?
It's yeah. On the topic of Studio Ghibli, so we all know Dune, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dune.
Dune. Yes, Dune. Studio Ghibli has this movie called Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind.
I've heard of that.
It's like Dune, but like anime
Mm-hmm.
and prettier.
Have you guys seen the Dune movie? You've seen it?
Yes.
Finally?
Yes.
You haven't seen it?
No, I
You
want
haven't-
to. I haven't gotten around to it. It's
Jack,
like
have you seen it?
Oppenheimer.
Not seen it.
Oh,
I haven't
what?
seen it.
I saw it
I'm
in
like a big
theaters.
movie guy, and I should watch it.
You should. How
I
have you
should.
not?
I don't know. I couldn't answer, to be honest.
I saw part 2 in theaters. I literally combusted like 70
Do you
times.
think
Oh.
it's
It was
worth
so good.
seeing it in theaters before it goes?
Huh?
Is it like
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's the whole
You
experience.
have to watch it like on the big screen. My roommate Matthew, he's also reading Dune, and he
also a
he actually texted me like at 3 a.m. last night and was, let me actually read it to you guys. It was really funny. He said in all caps, he said, Julissa, I love Dune. I am a Dune head through and through. I'm ordering Dune Messiah. And then he sent me a paragraph of like a quote from the book. And then he said, so good. And then he sent me a picture of the part in the book where Paul like yells like silence, you know, in the movie.
Mhm. I just made a TikTok about that.
Really?
Follow me on TikTok, guys. It's so
Flag.
cringe.
But no,
Yeah.
yeah, he says that it's really good. And like, and just in like the short little like picture that he sent me, it's like not, it's really not like that.
women written by men to me feel very one-dimensional. Like they don't really have a lot of like great characteristics. They're just kind of
Oh, I heard you wrong. I thought you were saying like men written by women.
I thought that's also
I don't know why my
I
brain.
might have said that.
I was
I
like,
meant-
no, you
you said-
didn't.
you
You
said
didn't. But I just
women
interpreted
written
that.
by men.
yes.
yeah. Because I enjoy the more like action-y plots. Like when I was in middle school, like I only read like nature books where like people got stranded in wildernesses and then had to like find their way out, and they're all like guy main characters. There are no women in the whole book. I loved it, but like as soon as I
Girl, you need to work through that. What is that about? Something ain't adding up.
She's like, yeah, I ate that up.
I have put off reading Dune for a while, but I think I should try it. I feel like I
is
love
it
that.
one book or two?
It's like
It's
6
like it's a lot.
or
But,
5.
but like there's like the main like 3-book trilogy. The only reason I haven't like started it is because it's 700 pages and it's like a really big commitment.
Yeah.
But I feel like I
can't do that.
I feel like everyone's like started to read it recently, and everyone's been saying that it's really good. And so.
All the people who don't read books like Dune, so I'm like, that gives me hope.
So the clarifying question I have is it on Kindle Unlimited?
Definitely not.
I would honestly assume that it is.
Let's check.
You should check.
But I don't feel like it. Actually, they've been adding a lot of stuff. Like Hunger Games is on Kindle Unlimited. The Selection is on
It's been
Kindle
out for
Unlimited.
like 100 years or something. So
No, literally 100 years. Not really. Yeah, it is not.
my mom was born in 1962, and I'm over here saying that.
It's
When
not
was it
on
released?
Kindle
Like
Unlimited.
65. Is that what you said, Olivia?
It says 892 pages. What the hell?
My friend's professor like showed us like the
Doesn't
original
say.
Dune.
In French?
It
Yeah.
says 2003. That's
Is
a
the
lie.
original in French?
No, we just kind of
Oh.
fuck around in French.
In case you
Yeah, she
wanted to
gave up a
know,
while ago.
this is what the author
do that.
looks like. Does that sway you one way or another?
I can't see. There's like.
What does this say?
That's what he looks
Well, I
like.
mean, yeah, he's like old now.
He's an
but,
old
like,
man now.
He died in
Cool now.
86.
Oh, well, he was
Oh.
an old man.
Did you guys? Oh, published in 1952. Oh, wait, no. Prophet of
65.
Dune, 65. Yeah, I was right.
His
That was a guess.
Checked
And I was
it out.
right. But
his son also started like continuing like the series, which is
Oh,
cool.
I hate
is
that.
that
But like everyone,
after the
everyone,
three?
yeah, everyone says
Okay.
that like it's not as good. But like,
Well, naturally.
That's like, what's his
a
face
cash
writing
grab.
Game of Thrones that's about to keel over dead and still hasn't finished it?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I actually haven't seen all of Game of Thrones, which is like, I totally should. It's like right
I've
up my
never seen
alley.
it at all.
Yeah, I've only watched season 1 and then I like never got past it.
Do you guys know that one show? No, you don't even know what I'm saying. It's not like Game of Thrones, but it's like it has like Queen Mary, but she like
House of the Dragon?
rain.
Oh, Rain I couldn't get into because they kept playing modern music in it, and it bothered me because it was a period piece.
That makes sense.
Right.
And it was like
I
throwing
love
me
when
off.
they do that.
That makes sense.
You would.
I stopped watching after like Francis died, and I was like, I just couldn't.
Oh, spoiler! What?
You just said you couldn't get through it.
Well, maybe I was thinking about
Based
it.
on real life
Super
events.
nice.
Obviously, Francis is gonna die.
Yeah. Well. Have you guys seen The Great?
Yes. It got
It's-
canceled.
Oh, season 4.
Yeah.
I don't think I made it through season 3. Actually, I shouldn't.
Season
pretend
3
like I
honestly
understand.
wasn't that great.
Season 2, I think, was the best.
Season 2 was really
but
good.
I love what's his name, Nicholas.
He's so funny.
Holt.
Like I hate that men were once like this, but
It's not like The Office, but like The Office goofiness in a period piece. Like it's really satirical. So tell me about another book that you want to talk about.
Okay, this
Yeah.
is a hot take.
Yeah.
I hated From Luke Off with Love. Hated it.
We talked. Grace and I talked about it. I think.
I haven't read that.
Don't.
I think we both.
From Luke Off with Love. It's like a it was my
skating?
first romance that was dealing with like ice skating.
Your gateway drug into the ice skating world.
Yeah, and now I read Icebreaker and the
No,
deal.
hockey romance is so good.
I know.
I don't for what I don't
The
know,
Deal.
but
It's
As
such a
someone who
genre.
like really enjoys hockey, I like when it's like actual terms and not just like from like a perspective of like,
Score.
oh, I want to, huh?
Just like shoot, score. Like it's
Yeah,
not like
I like it when it's like actual terms and they understand like some of the world and like, I'm not saying that like, oh, like women don't know about hockey because like they do, but like sometimes like people won't understand it when they read it. So like, I really like that they kind of give the details sometimes.
yeah.
Low key.
From Luke Off
That's what
with
I
Love, I think Grace and I did. We were like guessing the book based off of its like 1-star review or something like that, and we read From Luke Off with Love. We both actually I think picked that one,
It was probably
And-
my review.
and it was like I think we both had given it 5 stars. But in hindsight, I was like valid points, like all of it. I think it's just like it's like a certain feeling. Like for me, when I get a 5-star book, I'm like it's like it hits like this like threshold of like love for me, and then I'm like, okay, 5 stars.
Hard time getting through From Luke Off with Love. It took me like a month.
Yeah, that is a hot take. I do love like the ice skating ones. Or like The Deal from Elle Kennedy. I've talked about it a bunch also.
Love The Deal.
But the
Garrett
author,
Graham.
the author duetted a TikTok that I made. Did I tell you about that?
Yes. Because she was at
And
an IU hockey game.
that was my claim to fame. Guys, follow me on TikTok.
again,
I'm doing this. Authors get better book deals when if they have a following and like people are interested in their book and like they'll get better book deals or like more likely to get signed and stuff. So I'm trying to post something about my book like every day. I haven't done one today yet.
I've seen all of them. I'm like,
There's
oh, she's
gonna be
posted a
more.
lot about her
Sometimes I
book.
see them.
There's gonna be more. You can just disregard or copy link. But I'm trying to do stuff that's like about it because I think it's funny and I know it's cringe, but like I don't care.
YOLO.
Exactly.
Collab with Hannah Grace.
Yeah, literally. I found a way on my Kindle to have books read the books read themselves to me. And it's like this monotone voice, and it's like not ideal, but like,
It's
it helped me get through it.
speech on like a Mac.
Yes, actually, it's kind of like I'm starting to like it a little bit because it's objective speaking, even though it's kind of a robot voice. It's like almost like me reading it in my head.
Subway Surfers and like pretends like one of those.
no, she's
TikToks.
playing Candy Crush.
I play Candy
What
Crush.
level are you? What level are you?
Probably
Kelsey,
higher than
my roommate
you.
Kelsey, she just started Candy Crush. She started Candy. Okay. Kelsey started
I play
Candy
Soda Crush actually.
Soda
It's superior.
Kelsey started playing Candy Crush.
Sponsor me.
The following day, she was already on like level 60 something. Kelsey is at level almost 400 of Candy Crush, and it's been days
Please.
since she got it.
Oh my god.
You'll be amazed in a second. I'm on level 3,772. Guys, we don't need to talk about it.
How long have you been playing?
Years.
I didn't even know that there was 3,000
Years.
levels to begin with.
No, I
You
see
should
people
see
on
her with her
TikTok.
little iPad stylus pen thing. She's
You play on your iPad?
No, I recently started doing it.
in our living
3,772.
room every night. She's just curled up.
What I do is I got my Apple Pencil. I accidentally left it at home, so I have to go back and get it. But
How else
it's
will she play?
I
Soda
play it on my
Crush?
iPad. It's huge, and then I just do my Apple Pencil sit
You're
there
an
and like
iPad kid.
my blue light glasses. No,
That's
I'm
what
like
they
more
call
grandma.
people like you.
No, it's not even
Or she'll be
that.
like, I'm tired. I have to go to bed. And then you see her in her room, just like curled up.
No, I'm listening to an audiobook or something usually while I do it also, and then it helps me focus on the listening part when I'm doing something.
Wait, okay, question.
We have
Do you
4
guys
minutes.
count, okay, I'll talk quick. Do you guys count audiobooks as, like, real books?
Yes, and I think anyone who doesn't is rude as hell and pretentious.
Do you not count?
Just add her.
I didn't, like, count it at first.
Some
I
people
think
say
it
on
counts.
Goodreads this is a personal thing is why it's because I need my Goodreads goal. But some people I saw one girl on TikTok, she's like, I only count books if they're over 300 pages. I'm like, I have
That's
plenty under that.
Okay,
So
I would
rude.
say if I were like back in the 4th grade having to do reading logs, I would not count an
Oh,
audiobook.
I lied on all that shit with the reading logs. I lied. And I don't know how my mom didn't know either.
The
I did
person
not
that
read
ever book
100
club,
books.
everyone.
Guys, something funny, I think I said this one time, is in 3rd grade, they had to, like, pull me out of class during reading time in class while all the other kids did. Me and one other kid went to a special reading room to, like, read with this special teacher.
Yeah,
Look how
you-
far
you
I've
told us
come.
that.
I've risen through the ranks.
I have this memory where I read The Hunger Games. We were, because I was in like an advanced little reading group in like 4th grade, and we read The Hunger Games together as a group. And at first I didn't really like fuck with it back then, but I just wasn't like exposed to like good books back then. But then I took like the, you know, like those like reading tests for it that you like take for books. I took it, and then my teacher pulled me in front of like the entire class and was like, I feel like we should stay away from books like these. These are really political for you to understand.
Bruh.
Because I did like bad on it, and I was just like,
Bitch.
Like, okay, bitch.
Teachers have, like, some teachers I've found have, like, power complexes.
We had to take like reading level tests, and I was like on the second to highest one, and I
Wow.
wanted to be on the highest one, and my best friend in elementary school was on the highest one. I was so mad because we would pick out the same book to read together, and so they wouldn't let me read the same book as her. So I was not like, I did not stand up for myself as a kid, but I stood up to this. I was like, I am going to read the black level books. Like, I am not going to be in the pink level. I was so mad. And I ended up reading this book called The Good Earth, and it scarred me for life. And then I read Moby Dick, and I was like, I'm done.
Dick, as
As
a
a
what
5th
age?
grade
So
done.
we have T-minus 45 seconds. But I like to usually end with giving a book recommendation. It can be anything,
can
really.
I recommend a book to not read?
Sure.
Anything by Colleen Hoover.
Besides that, that goes without saying.
What is yours?
Colleen Hoover equals bad.
Give me like a one though. Like, give me
What
a
do you
book.
mean?
Like one book.
Of Colleen Hoover's?
No, just a book that you like or something.
That I recommend. I read a super cute book called Better Than the Movies. Really good.
Oh, you
I
like
liked it.
that?
Yeah.
I have that one, but I need to read it. Okay, good to know. What about you?
I went through my Goodreads. Okay.
Oh, I need to do that.
Writers and Lovers by Lily King. It's really good. It's it's not a romance book. It's just like a literary fiction book, I think. Really good. As like a college student who just entered her 20s, like it's very like relatable
Mm-hmm.
and very like it was refreshing. It was a good palate cleanser.
Nice. Okay. Addie, what about you? That's really great. I read that too.
Oh, I have so many. I have not liked a lot of the books I've read recently.
Girl.
No, that's me actually. Though.
I would recommend though the Windy City series by Liz Tomford. There's 3 in those. They're all like about like different boys doing different sports, and they have different little love interests.
So is there a hockey one or what?
Yes.
Okay, mine would probably be on Anna Huang's new series, the King of Wrath. I listened to the King of Wrath on audiobook, and it was really, really good. Maybe it was like the narrator or something was really good. But yeah, I like that a lot more. So that would be mine. But yeah, I think we are out of time, but thank you guys so much for coming on. I hope that you've finished One Dark Window, as I will too. But yeah, thanks, and I will see you guys hopefully soon. Bye.